AMC 10A 2018 Problem 6. So we're given this man Soho uploaded a video to a website where viewers can vote that they like or dislike. If they like, it increases by 1, and if they dislike, it decreases by 1 for the score, which starts at 0. And at one point, he saw that his score was 90 and that 65% of the votes were likes. So he's trying to find how many votes were cast at that point. So to find out, or the total number of votes that were cast. So to figure this out, we must know which variables to assume. Well, how do we calculate the score? We calculate the score through the number of likes and dislikes. So we must assume the number of likes and dislikes to find out this question. Let's call for one like, we call that X, and for a dislike, I'll call that Y. And that is the total number of votes for likes and dislikes. So that means the total number of votes from this information will be X plus Y, because likes and dislikes compose the entirety of the votes. So from here, we're told that for every like, it increases by 1 point. So for every X, we must multiply 1 with X. And we must subtract it by the number of dislikes, which for every dislike subtracts 1 point. And from this, we're told that this is going to be equal to 90. Now, it starts at 0. So we could actually just say 0 plus this quantity is equal to 90, but that's not necessary. But that is the full explanation of that phrase, converted to mathematical senses. And now we're told that 65% of the votes cast were like votes. So 65% of the total votes, which were X plus Y, were like votes. And we assume like votes to be X. So this is equal to X. We have two variables and two equations. We can solve for both variables. This is the same thing as X minus Y is equal to 90. And what about this equation? We can multiply 100 on both sides. 65 times X plus Y is the same thing as 100. Divide 5 on both sides. We get 13 times X plus Y is the same thing as 20. So 13X plus 13Y is the same thing as 20. And therefore, or 13Y right here. So we can move everything, and this is 20, this is 100x. So don't forget the x. That's very important. We can subtract everything and move everything to the right-hand side. This becomes 7x minus 13y is equal to 0, combined with the equation x minus y is equal to 90. We can multiply 7 on both sides for this equation. 7x minus 7y is equal to 630. We call this equation 1, we call this equation 2. We subtract equation 2 from equation 1. This is the same thing as subtract, subtract, subtract. So this becomes negative 6y. Let's see. Yep, negative 6y is equal to negative 630. And the negative becomes positive. Y is equal to 105. Hence, x will be equal to 90 plus 105, which is 195. Now, we're trying to find how many votes had been cast, which is the total number of votes. So we're trying to find the total. That will be our solution. So the total, now that we know what x and y are, will be 195 plus 105, which gives us 300. So the solution will be answer choice B.